Okay, YouTube, welcome back to Dwarf Fortress 2014 with the Flying Phent. This is Nighthall, episode number 77. Just take a second, though, and listen to this song. Isn't that a beautiful song? I love that. Oh, I think it's a fantastic song. I like things that are deep and low like that. It's weird that I play guitar, not bass. I very well could play bass, though. I do like bass. I did play baritone saxophone for a while, too. That's the big, huge one that's really deep. But then I also played trumpet, where I routinely played very low, but also enjoyed playing very high. So who knows? Maybe I just like everything. That's possible. That is very possible. Okay, so what are we doing? Who knows? Who knows? Does anybody remember what we're doing? All right, we're building a floor. Is this suspended? Well, unsuspended. Don't be a goofball. We are cooking. Do we have food? We have 268 meats. So we have lots of meats. So let's go ahead and cook with our meats. Down here, carpenter, are you making a bajillion wonderful things? You are. And you are making spears, right? You are. Who is my spear dwarf, actually? Let's check this. I don't remember when the last time I examined my spear dwarf was. Or spear maker? Yeah, spear maker. You are adequate. So you can no longer be a spear maker. You're too good. You're overqualified. Search spear maker. Unassigned. Okay. And now we need a new spear maker. So you're just going to be a general laborer, aka a hauler. So let's set that up. How about Ilral? You look like you're an absolutely horrible carpenter. Why don't you become a spear maker? Although at this point, I probably don't need horrible quality spears. But it doesn't hurt to have them all the same. So let's go ahead. You're my new spear maker. You can do trade goods hauling. Yep. Commit that. And let's... oh, I pushed the wrong button. I didn't want to minimize it. I want to keep it open in the background. Back to W, C, search, spear, reassign. There we go. Alright, what else do we have going on? I looked down here, but I forgot. What am I? I'm making bolts, right? And I'm still making... I must have a bajillion bolts. I totally... Oh, you know what? There's a trade caravan here, isn't there? I think I just stole all their bolts. Did I? Wouldn't I have already taken their bolts, though? Q, search, bolts. No. So those bolts should not be forbidden. Let me just double check here. Z, stocks. We go down to ammunition. Let's see where these forbidden bolts are. It was what, iron bolts? Oh, there we go. Where are you located? Oh, it might be their bolts. So I will leave them. Hopefully I did not already screw that up by taking their bolts. Once they're gone, we can re-verify that. Smoothing's going underway here. And as I look at this, I wonder... because I want to put a head table in. And I would like it to go from here, basically, to here. But I want to have room between the end of these rows and the start of the head table. So I want this row to come out, and do I want one more to come out? Or is 2 enough space? I think I want one more row to get removed as well. And that will give me a nice kind of gap between my main seating and my head table. I mean, it's going to make no difference in the game, but, you know, for my own sake, there you go, we'll be set up. Although what would have been really cool to do is I could have done these as groups of two, right? So they could have like a bedroom and an office. So like all the bedrooms could be here and all the offices could be here. And then all I'd have to do is assign them a table here as their own dining table and just make it huge. And even though there will be overlapping dining tables, they would probably still be very happy with that. It's something worth considering. It's very much something worth considering. And that way... I would be able to make, like if this here is just going to be normal noble living and this will be normal noble living, so like barons and dukes and stuff can live in here, then what I could do is like give the king like bedroom And the king can have his throne room. Right? You know what I mean? I think that's, yeah, that's too big by 1. There you go. This should be square. Yeah. This is where it exists, yes. So this should be square. Yeah. Although I can go all the way to the wall, can't it? So it's something worth thinking about, right? So the king could have, like, office, throne room. Or, I mean, I could even make the throne room here, too, right? If a chair and a table, this will be both for him. That way he's always kind of sitting in court, right? When he's not in his room, he'll be sitting in court no matter what. And then I could have, like, a tomb and a bedroom. And they'll be just massive, which means he will love them no matter what. Or even, oh, and I can make them double tall. Ooh, I like the, and of course king may die and a new king may replace him, so what I could do would be like, these could be my king's tombs. That's too far. These could be my king's tombs. And I could just have, like, as many as I need here. Oh, look at that, it fits perfectly. Holy smokes, what? It's almost like it was designed. Wow, that's really impressive that it fits like that. I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to see if I can make people happy that way. That way I'll have all my nobles' quarters down here, and my king's quarters will be here. And I can even make the king's quarters, like, double-sized with the pillars in them, you know? That would look pretty cool. And look how much room I'd have to work with to dress them up. So, like, one side could be rooms, because, I mean, there's going to be a king, but there'll also be, like, barons and other people who may want something bigger than what the other people have to keep them from getting jealous, and I can just put better stuff in certain ones. Because, I mean, this is going to be, like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd have 24 rooms, which is enough for 12 nobles that need offices. I don't think there's that many in the game. So that would, I think that would work nicely. And yeah, I've already built these, but I can always just, you know, take these walls down and replace them with, take these doors down, I mean, and just replace them with walls. That's not hard to do. And then they'll have offices and bedrooms. Then they won't have, like, doors leading out to the side, which is hard to arrange. As we saw, who's the one guy who has that? Like, this guy? Who is this again? My guard captain. Like, I could just move him, because I'll have enough space. I could just give him a set over here. And then, like I said, for the dining halls for these people, I'll just use these. The nobles' tables that they will sit at. And see if that works. I really like that idea. I'm going to go with that. That's what I'm going to do. Without a doubt. No doubt. Alright, so we got that to work on. I'm going to finish this smoothing first, though, because everyone's kind of in a happy state. But yeah, I was never really a fan of this. I did it kind of out of necessity, but I don't particularly like it. So I think, yeah, that guy will get moved out. And I mean, I can assign people who don't need... Like, if we go to our nobles menu, right? You can see the militia commander, he doesn't need an office and all that stuff. But I can give him one anyway, you know? The broker, he doesn't need that stuff, but I can give him one anyway. Although what I would like to do would be to make an office for the broker on this level. You know, like just a small little office kind of in here. For the broker, a small little office. Actually, I might even make it a little bit bigger, like double size. Put the door here. And then have like a table and a chair, and then maybe like 3 chairs or something. And the reason I like doing that, putting an office here, is because when they have meetings with the you know, whoever, the fancy guy who comes in. The caravan, the liaison, that's the word I'm looking for. When they have meetings with the liaison, they meet in his office, if I'm not mistaken. So, for example, the mayor, is he having a meeting now? Mayor, he is not attending a meeting. What is he doing? Mayor, he is pen pasturing a large animal. But it's my understanding when they have meetings, they conduct them in their office. So it might be worthwhile to give the mayor an office up here somewhere. And the broker, because it makes sense to me that the broker would be up here. Although, you know, it's not a bad idea. You know, it's fine if they're down here, because then the guy will come down here to hold his meeting, right? And it will eventually be, I mean, right now it's the mayor, but it will eventually be a duke or a king or whatever that holds these meetings. And he will come through, like, the fancy dining room. I'll probably put some doors out the back, because I think it needs some for the nobles to use. And then they will, you know, they'll go in. So you can imagine, like, if you showed up, you're a stranger, you've never been here before, right? So you come to trade, and you're the liaison from whatever group. So you come in, and of course this isn't finished yet, right? But just picture, there's like a tower, a building here, you know, and a building here, and a building here, and giant moats everywhere, and, you know, beautiful stone bridges, and there's guards guarding at all the towers. So you walk in, you come down here, you walk in, and you're like, wow, this is kind of a nice place. And then you get here, and of course this will all be smoothed, right? So you'll have like these pillars, and this is of course a 3-high hallway, so it's like a giant cavernous hallway. So you walk through this hallway, this big long hallway, which ideally I'm going to have like statues literally lining the entire perimeter of this thing. So as you walk in, it's just going to be statues all over, and giant pillars, and smooth stone, and metal, and engraved, and you'll be like, oh, wow, these guys know their stuff. And then you do the trading with a very shrewd trader who knows his business, and you're like, this place is impressive. And then, you know, you meet the mayor, and he's like, or the king, or whoever, and he's like, let's go to my office for a meeting. So you enter here, and you, again, are greeted by smoothed statues, you know, all kinds of just gorgeous accoutrement all over the place. You go down this stairway deep. You exit here. He takes you through the dining room, and there's just dwarves here, eating the most fantastic meals, drinking the most amazingly brewed alcohol, statues and whatever else, you know, filling the middle space here. And you walk past the nobles' table, and of course this is all kind of lined with statues and smoothed and encrusted. And you go past the throne, out the door in the back into this, you know, smoothed hallway. You have to, you know, you get a glimpse, but you're not allowed into the Hall of Heroes because you're not from here, but you get a glimpse at it, and you're like, wow. And then you go into this kind of quiet, isolated area where, you know, you can barely hear a pin drop. And you go into the guy's office, and you discuss. So that's not so bad if he has to come down here. What I don't want him doing is coming up here, right? I don't want him to hear bleating sheep and you know, whatever, the cackling of peahens. I don't know what kind of noises peahens make, the cawing of peahens, and the mewling of cats. I don't want him hearing that. I don't want him coming up here. But he really has no reason to. If he went anywhere, it would be down here, and where he would be just bombarded with the absolute opulence that is Nighthall. So I'm okay with that. That'll be good. That'll be outstanding. So that works for me. I like my new plan. I like the new direction I'm taking that. I'm very pleased with it. Let's just take another quick visit here. How's this going? We have all the iron that we need, is what I'm guessing from that. Iron... Yes, all the iron items are made. We do not require any iron items. Excellent. Down here, do we have anything? No, not really. Everything there is working well. Okay, so what's the deal then with our leather? It looks like we need backpacks. And that's it, really? Other than that, we're good for leather items? No. It obviously just needs to recognize that they need to be made. And of course on cloth, I think we're actually good on cloth items. I don't think that's a glitch. I think, yeah, all of our cloth items are good. It's literally just leather that we need right now. Alright, that's fine. That's fine with me. One other thing I wanted to do while I was here was come in here. I wanted to go to uniforms. I wanted to go to our metal armor uniform that we made. And here we have metal iron shirts, right? I wanted to material that and say, give me iron mail shirts, and iron breastplates. And I can't pick iron caps? Oh, yes I can. Iron caps, and iron helms, and iron greaves, and iron gauntlets, iron high boots. Once again, I gotta go down here and find iron. It'll be in, there we go, iron shields, and iron battle axes. Now, the reason for this is simple. It's supposed to be a uniform. I want them to be uniform. I want them to look the same, right? And this way, they're literally all going to be dressed in iron. I think that's fantastic. So I've changed the uniform. Before I assign it to people, I want to take a quick look under equipment. Who... wasn't it my axe lords who had named things that they had? I don't know. So let me go here, and I'm going to assign the new uniform, and I shift enter to use it for squads. Amber axes, you as well. Nighthall guards, you as well, but I'm going to change your weapons. And the holding platoon, you as well. Nighthall guards, yeah, I want to come into you guys now individually. I'm under equip. How do I get rid of uniforms? Is it you? No, it's not you. Equip. Yeah, there we go. I don't know, that got rid of the uniform part. Alright, so I want to come down here. Not an iron battle axe for you. Not an iron battle axe for you. And not an iron battle axe for you. You guys are going to get garbage weapons. Yep. And you're going to get garbage hammers. You're going to get absolute garbage hammers. They're going to be made out of the lightest metal that I can find. Dwarf Fortress. Metal by weight. Metal, okay, let's take a look. List of metals, density, that's the one we want. We want the lowest density, which is aluminum. Or zinc. Actually, aluminum is way lighter. Do I have aluminum? Stocks. I'm looking for show me metal. Bars? It's probably under bars. It is. Oh, no, I didn't want that one. I have zinc. What am I looking for? Aluminum. Show me aluminum. No aluminum. Alloys. Is there actually lighter alloys even? No. So aluminum is definitely the lightest metal there is. Oh wow, and it's worth a lot too. So that'd be like ceremonial weapons. The only problem is they won't be worth much. If we look, Dwarf Fortress Hammer weapon, what do they recommend? The hammer must equip a weapon that uses the hammer skill. Oh, this is interesting. You know what? Someone made an interesting point there. Someone is saying that he wants him to kill criminals. For kind of RP. And that's a good point, you know. I'm sitting here saying, oh, I want a weak hammer. I want a hammer that sucks. But do I? I'm not sure I do. Maybe I want a hammer who actually is going to be able to hammer people. It's a good point. It's a very good point. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go with that. Can I make copies of uniforms? Is that a thing? Copy uniform? I would like to copy this. No? I don't see... No, it's not. Anywhere that I can see. So I'll have to manually do this every time I add somebody to my guards. So they don't have good... They're well suited for this job, which means they suck at hurting people. Which is fine, but I'm going to equip them. And actually... Yes. Yeah, so let me give them hammers. War hammers. And no shields. They're not going to have shields, but they will have war hammers. War hammers and warhammer. Oh, I gotta go weapon first. Warhammer, and I don't believe I removed your shield. No. So no shields, but warhammers. Good. Now I'm going to need 10 warhammers, because eventually the objective is to fill out that squad. So for that, let me go to... how do I get... See, I think it's J, isn't it? And then M for manager. Yeah, there we go. Queue a new order, and it's going to be Warhammer. Forge Iron Warhammer. Exactly, and I want you to make 10. 10 on the nose. No more, no less. I want 10. Bang. So now, these guys... I guess he's going to queue it up over here, because there's no room anywhere else. These guy here will make... You know what, I'll just do it manually, because I've got enough room for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, 10 warhammers, good. So I'm going to go back into the manager, and I'm going to remove that order. Because I've already done it. You're going to need to validate it and all that other kind of nonsense. It's done. It's ready to go. So, my guard, my official guardsmen will be hammerers. And you know what? I say screw it. I'm even going to give them a barracks, and I'm going to let them train. They're not going to get a danger room, but they are going to get like a barracks. And they will train in it, because I'm okay with them becoming good. I think that's got a little bit more RP. I picked some pretty weak people, so that will maybe offset it. But still, if someone, annoys my king or whatever enough that they decide to beat him up and kill him, then that's what's going to happen. All right, fantastic. Holy smokes. That's been a long episode, hasn't it? And it's been nothing but talking. I don't think I've even unpaused the video yet. Wow. Paused all that time and nothing but flap my gums. Alright, so this video was a little bit boring, but hopefully it gave you some context as to the direction I am headed. Well, maybe it wasn't boring, but nothing happened. So if you don't like the sound of my voice, you probably think that's stupid. Is there... I see, the door looks different. Alright, fair enough. If you don't like the sound of my voice, you probably thought this was a pretty horrible episode, but if you did, my apologies. I've got all the talking and explaining and thinking out of the way. Next episode, it's literally going to be me hitting the spacebar and letting things go wild. But that'll be next episode. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.